But they like it's
somebody that we care about.
The thing is,
we as in 1UP or we as in 4Player Podcast.
We as in people.
He says people are going to want to pay attention to the Ubisoft press conference because there's a big unannounced title.
But it's not going to be Beyond Good and Evil.
It's not. Well, no, that doesn't mean Beyond Good and Evil 2 is not going to be there. They mean I think they made it sound like though it's not that. This is something else. This is something different.
Iron T _18 in chat. One of our mods says, "I sure hope it's Beyond Good and Evil." But
I know, but that's not. Actually, I don't want it to be Beyond Good and Evil 2. I want Beyond Good and Evil 2 to be shown, and this big new unannounced thing from somebody we care about. I mean, who could it be? They said from a person.
You're just being so greedy, dude.
They said from a person, a developer, but they said a person that people care about.
Well, that's all.
That
doesn't mean anything to me, just because I'm not a person.
What?
I'm not a person. I'm.
Why? Let's try not to make this more complicated than the words that are coming out of my
I'm not trying to be negative. I'm
mouth.
just saying you understand me, Nick, as being a very different individual.
Understand isn't the correct term.
Being a very different individual. So exactly somebody who interests.
Do I need to explain to you what this comment means?
I'm saying this might not be Ubisoft internal. It might be say, oh hey, Itagaki's this is his new game and Ubisoft's publishing it. I'm saying it could be something like that. When they say person, when they say big unannounced title, it might be something that, like I said, is worth paying attention to because of the wording that they used. So
Itagaki.
I'm just giving an example.
That's a little bit stretching out. Here's the thing. The pre-E3 show right now that we're doing needs to be big and bold, and people need to make like...
What if it's a Hideo Kojima?
People see, that's what I'm saying. People need to make these sweeping predictions. That way, after E3, we have like...
No, you don't understand. This is not a prediction.
No. But I'm saying predictions as in you saying, what if it's a Hideo Kojima game? Me coming out and saying, it's not going to be Beyond Good and Evil. After E3, if it turns out to be Beyond Good and Evil or something, we'll have more to talk about. Versus us sitting here like, well, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's going to be something.
Well, we're guessing. I'm saying, well, what if this is a Hideo Kojima game?
It's not the Ubisoft game. It's not.
Peace Walker's done. He doesn't have a large role on Rising at all, and
it's Konami.
You know he's not doing shit for.
You think Konami's going to let Kojima do anything? Konami probably has.
I think Konami's going to.
Konami probably has Kojima's balls in a jar in their office.
I'm just giving you
and
an
says
example.
you can never do anything else again unless we say you can.
I'm just saying they made it sound like it's a big developer.
Yes, and you know what? You will probably get excited about it, and Nick will probably get excited about it, and
why
I'll
am I
be
having
like,
trouble thinking this?
oh yeah, I know them.
Is that because you wouldn't get excited if Miyamoto walked out on the stage and said I'm doing something with Ubisoft? I'm saying
because it won't happen. The people who
I'm saying
the talent,
not care who
the talent that Ubisoft, the power Ubisoft has as far as getting. He's not going to be somebody. I don't think is going to be somebody that I will be excited about.
What if it's
I don't think 1UP is sitting there talking to like Tetsuya Mitsuguchi.
Well, why do you say that? They got Suda 51.
But that's
what if it's
Suda 51
fucking
to get anyone else. And Ubisoft doesn't give a shit about Suda 51.
What if it is Dennis Diet? I'm saying, why are we shooting down the chance of this ever being even remotely interesting?
Because we're always going to be
skeptical. What if it's Suda 51? Did you already say that?
Yeah, but that's
the
whole point is that Ubisoft doesn't give a shit about Suda 51. I'm sure Suda had the hardest time. Suda had the fucking hardest time trying to get somebody to publish.
I'm going to guess it's Jade Raymond.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you right now, Suda 51 probably had the hardest time getting a publisher for No More Heroes 2. And the fact that Ubisoft published it was a fucking, surprise to me. Especially since last year they bumped Suda for bumped Suda 51 for fucking what? For what? Pele's Magical Soccer Hour.
Okay, whatever.
And James Cameron Avatar game movie.
I hope it's Peter Molyneux.
That's what happened. Remember what they told? Remember what happened last year?
Move the fuck on.
Remember what happened last year?
Yes, I was there.
Tetsuya Mitsuguchi was in the fucking Ubisoft press conference building, and they bumped him. They said, "Oh yeah, by the way, Tetsuya Mitsuguchi is working on something. Hey, here you go."
They kind of bumped it.
They bumped Suda as well. They said, "Oh yeah, No More Heroes 2 coming out."
They also almost completely bumped Assassin's Creed 2 off the list as well.
But you make it sound like whatever it is, I'm gonna hate it forever. We're still trying to get into this thing, right? We are still going to sneak in if we have to, right? Even though you already hate this game and this person with a passion.
No, it's just the way you're building it up.
I'm not.
There's a game that we have to. We're all gonna be excited about.
All I'm saying...
You'll be excited about it, Brad. I'm not
Listen, you stupid! All I'm saying is they were building it up, and I'm telling you they were building it up. Shut the fuck up! Let's move on! 2K Games! For the fuck of God, I hope we get to find out what Irrational Games' game is. Because Ken Levine is a talented developer. They might show XCOM. XCOM's a fucking first-person shooter. What the fuck? Do we care about Greg Kasavin's Spec Ops? Why Spec Ops?
I want to play Spec Ops.
Do you know what Spec Ops is?
I want to see Spec Ops.
I hope that's the actual... I want that to be the actual title. Like Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. I want it to be Greg Kasavin's Spec Ops. That's the game I want to see. Because if that's what it's called,
let
then
me just ask you, Nick. Because you're kind of a 64 nerd. Do you know what Spec Ops is?
No, but I want to play this.
No. Let me tell you. Like.
Can we?
It's an excellent co-op mode.
Can we refer to that game as Greg Kasavin's Spec Ops from now on forward? Yes. It will no longer be called Spec Ops.
Go to Game Rankings.
Greg Kasavin's
right now. Type in Spec Ops. Late PS1 titles, like the year 2000 and beyond. $10 budget titles that never scored above like a 2%. That's what the Spec Ops franchise is. I don't know why they're calling this game Spec Ops. It's as stupid as calling a potentially quality game.
Hey, Spec Ops.
It's as stupid as calling a potential quality game Red Steel 2. Just saying.
Oh, I see.
Mafia 2.
Where is Greg Kasavan right now?
Why are you instantly dismissing games?
Because we don't need to talk 10 minutes about Mafia 2. We know what it is. It's a known quantity. Let's move on.
I want to play Mafia 2. Fuck you, Brad.
I'll probably play it too. What's your point? What are we arguing about here? All I'm saying is we need to move on.
I just wish you would say it with more pizzazz. And then...
Mafia 2, game of the show! Fuck Lords of Shadows, Mafia 2! Don't act like you're going into E3 like Mafia 2 is your most anticipated. It could be a good game. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying we've already spent too much time talking about Mafia 2.
the 20, 15 seconds.
Namco